Welcome to Motorhome and Campervan News, June 2022. In this month's news, we look at a campervan falls 100 feet when it rolled off a car park in Glencoe, clean air zones get delayed, and driving without sunglasses could get you fined £5,000 and 3 points. Hi, I'm Ads, and you can find links to all the news articles in the video description, and wait until the end of the video for bloopers and outtakes. I was made aware of this first article by a subscriber. Thanks, Lady Dunraven. From Wales Online, French-style campervan stopover network to be set up across Gwynedd. Gwynedd Council has received £240,000 in funding from the Welsh Government to develop 6 French-style airs within walking distance of local towns. The council will upgrade existing car parks to allow self-contained campervans to stay overnight. They will be opened in spring 2023, and if this pilot scheme is successful, they plan to expand the network. Watch this space for information on parking costs, locations and exact opening dates. If you have any motorhome or campervan news that you'd like to tell me about, then please drop me a comment with a link to the news article and you may get your name mentioned. Imagine spending a night in Glencoe, in the Scottish Highlands, surrounded by beautiful mountains in your campervan, but you wake up and find that your campervan isn't exactly where you left it. Instead, it's fallen 100 feet and is now littering the beautiful countryside. That is exactly what happened to this campervan after the handbrake failed. The STV news headline is "Campervan plunges 100 feet after rolling over edge of Viewpoint car park." It happened at the Three Sisters Viewpoint parking area. The handbrake failed and it rolled out of the car park and fell 100 feet into the scenery. No one was injured, but the campervan and landscape have been damaged. It doesn't say whether anyone was in the camper at the time, but could you imagine being in bed inside your campervan and that happening? It gives a new meaning to making the earth move. The Express has published an update of the clean air zones opening this year with the headline "Petrol and diesel drivers warned of new clean air zone changes set to launch this year." The government has asked Manchester to decrease its zone by at least 95%. The zone was going to start charging from 30th of May this year, but a revisited plan will be released by the 1st of July this year. The Bristol zone was supposed to be launched in September, but now has been delayed. Until when, it doesn't say. Bradford's clean air zone will start on the 26th of September. Private cars will be free, but non-compliant HGVs, coaches and buses will be charged £50 per day. And LGV and minibuses will be charged £9 a day. No mention of motorhomes or campervans though. By the way, tell us how much you're enjoying the video by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of our videos, then why not subscribe and ring that notification bell. According to Essex Live, drivers warned of highway code sunglasses rule with £5,000 fine and 3 points on your licence. To me, it's just another article making mountains out of molehills. Rule 237 of the Highway Code says that drivers should slow down or pull over if they are dazzled by sunlight, which means that they will need to be wearing sunglasses. If you're caught not wearing the correct eyewear, then you could get an on-the-spot fine of £100 and 3 points on your licence. If you challenge this and lose, then the fine increases to £5,000. I can't see the police pulling you over though for not wearing the right shades. Can you? Comments below if you could. You've heard of the North Coast 500 and maybe the Cumbrian Coastal Route 200. Now there is a Route Yorkshire Coast, or just Route YC, or just RYC, or even just Rick. I made that last bit up though. They have an impressive website which gives you a route and points of interest for 6 areas. You can read up on the areas, apply a filter and get a postcode. You can also view campsites, but turning them on isn't obvious and I don't think it contains all of the campsites. You have to go to filters and select advanced, then scroll down and click on stay. And you'll have to scroll down again to type, where you'll see lots of options for different types of campsites. Click on the ones that you're interested in and click OK. I like to have been able to follow the route on a smartphone or even print the route off or something, but it doesn't look like you can do any of that, which is a shame really. Check out the website for yourself using the link in the video description. Hymer has opened its own chassis building facility, which is called the Superlight Chassis Production Hall, or SLC for short. The facility covers 3,100 square metres, which is roughly the size of 1/2 of a football pitch. The technical managing director of Hymer said, "We've opted to build our own SLC production hall on our Bad Valsey site to make us less dependent on suppliers and enable us to react more flexibly to emerging technology trends in the future. In-house production also gives us the opportunity to fine-tune the chassis to bodywork and to further develop them as a single unit." This sounds like a great idea. Current build methods mean that manufacturers need to design the habitation area around the chassis supplied by Fiat, Mercedes and Ford, etc. and are limited to what they have on offer, such as a short or long wheelbases. Building their own chassis means that Hymer can design and build the habitation and chassis together around each other and save space and maybe even save weight. But I could also be living in a fantasy world, and these new vehicles could be very costly to make and suffer from corrosion and lack of spare parts. Let me know what you think. Please put a comment in the section below. In this video's... I've already made a mistake. The government has asked Manchester to decrease... If you're caught not where... and lose, then they have an... We've opted to build our own SLC production hall at our Bad Valsey site. Oh, jeez. I'm not saying it wrong. It's English I'm having a problem with. How annoying is that? That's it for this month. Like, subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.